All right, well, now we are live on the topic of children murdering people.
Hello.
Hi!
Hello!
Welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You. We're playing the Quiet Year this week. We're playing the second half of...
Yes, for the whole year.
The
We're gonna
whole
play it
year.
1 week at a time.
Yeah.
Like the LARP version.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, each week you meet up and someone has to, like, make a discovery, and that discovery then has to be completely played out with, like, paper mache.
The funny
That
thing
would
is
that would
sometimes-
genuinely be cool as shit as like a framework for an urban exploration game or something. Like
yeah,
there's
right,
a
yeah.
game in that,
Oh.
right?
Ah.
The funny thing is, there's some
Tuck that
weeks
away.
where only one person will be talking.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like, it's like everyone rock up, listen to Todd. Whatever Todd says happens. We have to go and, like...
And then a half hour later, we all
play out.
it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I would listen to Todd for half an hour.
Yep, legit.
So, chat. We're playing the Quiet Year. We played the first half of our Quiet Year last week. So we played through... We went through the rules and we played through spring and summer. So we're going to come in and play autumn, and there's much of winter that happens before the frost shepherds arrive. So
Do we want to take bets? How far we're gonna get into winter?
Yeah, chat can take bets.
Yeah, chat.
I reckon like two. I'm chat. Someone put me in for 2 weeks. I reckon we get 2 weeks
2
in, and then the fucking frost shepherds show up.
Yes, yeah,
Oh.
I'm feeling it. It's the weather outside, you know. Like I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling like 6 or 7.
Yep.
See, we have to do
Solid
this
middle of the ground.
Price is Right, where if you go over, you're completely disqualified.
Yeah,
but
right.
if you're under closest one. So
But because we're catching back up, I would love it if our lovely people would introduce themselves, starting with... Oh wow, I got the names in the right order and everything on the overlay. Emily, could you please let us know who you are?
That's easy.
Your pronouns and that
I
sort
had
of
this,
stuff?
I had this moment of panic of just like, oh god, eating. Hello, I'm Emily. Blackwell says on Twitter, I'm a filmmaker and artist. I'm really super enjoying this game. I've never played the Quiet Year before last week, so yeah, so keen.
And your pronouns, Em?
Oh yeah, and my pronouns are she, hers. Thank you. Yeah, we got to get into a habit of doing that every
I'm
time.
trying to, like...
Mm.
The two things that I'm trying
That's
to do
good.
more are check with pronouns on intro
Yeah.
and have the X card talk.
Yes.
Normalize good behavior.
Exactly. So,
exactly.
Yeah. I need to put like a little sticky note on my monitor. Luke, who the fuck are you?
Hello, I am Luke. Right now, it is 0 degrees Celsius outside, so it's very fucking cold. I am, in my day job, I am a professional GM for children. The rest of the time, I stream games and game design, and I design games and shit, I guess. They, them pronouns, please.
do you work in the games industry?
I mean, you could say that I work in the games industry, yes.
You're certainly industrious.
I try my best. Also, sometimes I even get to watch people play role-playing games on the internet.
Oh my gosh. And the sassy man in a tie. Can you please introduce yourself, Todd?
I'm Todd at Hawk Oddly. Luke forgot to do their pronouns, but I am
no,
he,
that's
him.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yep.
I genuinely can't remember.
It's alright. It's fine.
Okay.
We
Emily
both
is
forgot.
he, her. Luke is they, them. And Todd
He, him.
is he, him.
I sometimes stream, generally around this time because I work super late at a hotel, and I'm going to be starting a 5e campaign soon with these 3 lovely people and 1 more person.
Yes. I have so many plans.
So
It's
excited.
gonna get fucked up and pagan.
Yes.
Emily will warn you that I'm a terrible player character.
I mean, yeah, that's, I'm not going to argue with that.
It's okay. It's okay. To put this into perspective, my last campaign that I run was a Pathfinder campaign, where one of the characters before every session would smoke a bowl of weed, and the other one was a Danish person that would get super drunk and then try to
Wow.
speak Danish to us. Yeah.
Wow. All right. right.
I'm not that bad. I'm just
Okay, not
self-destructive.
like that
Yeah.
level of
Yeah. And they
Wow.
were playing a necromantic campaign.
Yeah,
That
it couldn't
is
possibly
a
get
thing.
any
That is
worse.
an Ashton thing. But,
Well, I'm
yeah.
specifically playing a necromantic teenager, so like.
Yes. Yes. It's
Anyway,
Look, they say play what you know.
exactly, right?
true. Hmm.
That's why Monster
These are
Hearts is so
crucifying
popular.
mice and... No, it's fine. Hi, I'm your GM normally, but today I'm just another player. I'm Ashton McCallan, a CGX on Twitter and fucking everything. And my pronouns are she, her, hers. Let's...
You could never be just another player, Ash. You'll always be the GM of our hearts.
Damn fucking straight. So, let's just do a quick recount of the X card or red card rules.
Oh, good. Okay, I was like, of what happened last time, and I was like, what the fuck did
No,
happen?
Todd's gonna do that for us because he wrote shit down like a pro. But before that, if anyone is uncomfortable with the content of what's happening in our game, don't just suffer in silence and have a fucking panic attack. Do either one of these two things. First, you can say red card or X card. If you say that verbally, we'll stop. Or you can put your hand up to the screen like this to indicate I'm not comfortable. The reason we do that is so that if you are non-verbal, you still have an option. And so that's we've got those covered. If either of those happen, we won't question it. There's not going to be any judgment. What we might do is ask what the specific thing is that you are having trouble dealing with, so that we can know not to come back to it later. Because we want to make sure that we don't like repeatedly hit the same bollards, the same road bumps.
Yeah, let's not poke at bruises
Exactly.
repeatedly.
Yep.
That's
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Because like we've got like fucking weird kids murdering people and stuff in this game, so I if anyone has any issues, just give a hoy and we'll skip over it. We'll just draw close and keep moving. But that out of the way, we can find out last 6 months on the quiet year in Mistperch. Todd, do you want to like let us know what happened? In
so,
weird list format.
Yeah, what was happening last week is I was writing down each card that happened, not necessarily the actions that was taken after the card happened, but each card I wrote a small little prose for each one. So I'm just going to go down the list, and we can talk about it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A blue breast bears bad tidings. A door discovered. Tools lay broken. Children slumber. Ground rumbles. The young female seeks spring of life. Priestess painting perfectly preserved. But swordswoman pursues potions. Machine killing users lies abandoned. Cap controls water of healing. Sighted, an apparition looms. Warmth waits to be brought forth. Mist, living folks, forgotten, found. That ends spring. Summer. Night terrors torture the young. A room found, village armed. Single slice, sword woman stands tall. The priestess ghost possesses a war mind. Retaliating, the mist breathers hunt. The brother arrives, chest blued. The children wander, covering all entrances. Heat brings aggression, war brews. Refugees stonewalled by kin. Summer flies, people hustle. A new religion flourishes. So comes the end of summer.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. I
That's
love it.
awesome.
So poetic. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think like I'm just trying to remember like what was the state of affairs where we left off? It was like Wuxia An had been killed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the tyrannical warlord had been deposed. But the cult of does anyone remember what we called the goddess?
Just the priestess of war.
I think,
Yeah, I think
I think it was
Yeah,
just
the cult of the priestess of war had established itself, and our filial piety had given way.
Yep.
And war and or prisoner exchange and or truce, like some kind of charged situation with the Mist people was like
Yeah.
just about to
There's-
like
so
resolve
there are two
itself.
projects currently, which are
Yeah.
capture a member of the Mist Breathers.
Oh yeah, that's still going on.
Yeah.
Mm.
And what's the one at the shantytown? Was that to like bring the shantytown peoples into?
Yeah, there was something. I know
Wasn't
there
there
was
going to be
something
a
about
council?
yeah, a council to be made up of people from the shantytown
Like,
and people
yeah,
from the main town.
incorporating the leaderships or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yep. Pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, and we just made the shocking revelatory discovery that we were in fact kin to the Mist people.
That's true.
That we were Mist
That's
people who
right.
had left the Mist and learned to breathe the open air above, but could still
Yep.
venture back down into their land.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
And I think
yeah, the rocks
this
coming out the
bird
side.
graveyard rocks fell and covered the big whole gate thing
Oh, that's
with
right.
the bear.
Graveyard is on a distant mountain with the adorable little skulls. There's a yeti on the mountain, or the kid stealer, as is known by the children.
The kid stealer.
Yeah. I love how I love shitty kid names for things.
Yes.
And there's a kappa in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So our scarcity
Yes, there is.
birds and safety, and our abundances are firearms.
How could that possibly go wrong?
Wu-Sha-An is dead, as is the medicine seller. Xiao-An presumably still exists.
Yep.
Which is cool.
It's probably part of that council.
Probably.
Yeah, wasn't she one of the refugees?
I think it's Xiao.
Yeah,
It was a he.
Yes.
No, he.
Yeah, that was the brother. The
Yeah.
brother that came first to say that Wu-Sha-An's
the
town had been destroyed, and then all
Yeah.
all the refugees came after. Yeah.
And then we built a wall.
Yeah, because we could build a fucking wall.
We built a wall. We didn't get the Mist people to pay for it, but we did build a wall.
I mean,
It finished early though.
how do you get anyone
It
to pay
did.
for a wall these days? It seems so hard.
Oh, Jesus, honestly, one of the best memes I have seen recently is that photo of Trump in the Middle East looking at that ancient wall really
at the
intently,
West
and
Wall.
someone's just captured it.
Yeah.
Who paid for you?
Yeah. Oh dear. All right.
Yep.
Let's lose our summer cards, and instead replace
Cool.
them with mysterious autumn cards. Now,
It's my favorite season.
it's too windy. I hate it.
Ah.
What?
Oh, you don't come to Canberra in the
No,
spring.
yeah, no. Oh, I would.
Stay away from the windy season.
No,
It's bad
the only
time.
that I'm going to go to Canberra is like during the height of summer when it's
Oof.
reasonable. Who did we end with? Who pulled that last card?
Would it be in the chat log at all? No, I don't suppose that. No,
Oh, God.
and that's no, and the chat log has been cleared. Okay. Oh, we can work it out by the numbers, can't we?
No, because there was that card that was like draw two summer, like remove two summer cards from the deck.
I know how to do this.
I mean,
Who
like
started? Did anyone
just based
start?
on those numbers.
Yeah,
1,
Uh,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, okay, I've confused myself. Emily,
Yeah,
you can start
I
autumn.
reckon it's either Ash or Emily. That's
Emily
my
can
feeling.
Start autumn because
No.
Okay.
because
sure.
The hair. It's just the aesthetic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, cool. Let's do that then.
I think
Draw
that is
one card.
actually. I think that-
Might be correct. Yeah, might be.
Yeah, because I drew the second to last card, and so Ash drew the last card.
that makes sense then.
Cool. Okay.
That's
Right.
right. Because summer was cut short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, though, look, if someone in chat does want to go to the VOD and check for us, like,
The VOD doesn't
that's-
exist yet because of all the editing we had to do.
oh, yeah, right.
Sorry, chat.
It'll be up really soon though.
Yeah, it'll be up soon, but unfortunately, we only managed to
Yeah.
get them up today. We got like the first two up, and then there'll be a third one. So, yeah, just because of those audio issues, which Chat, let me know if there's any audio issues, but there better bloody not be because I've got spent a lot of time working on it today. Emily, would you like to draw a card? Have you drawn a card?
I have. I've got the 7 of clubs, and I have 2 options. Can people remind me just again? So the 2 projects that are currently going are making the council.
The council
And
capture the leader of the mist people.
Okay.
Which
Cool.
is now less violent than it once was.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry. I know I'm being a bit coy, but how many weeks are left on capturing one?
They're both 2. They're both 2.
They're both 2. Okay. Because the 2 options I have are a project isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. Don't modify the project die. When it resolves, you will be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined at a new scarcity.
So currently, like, the capture a Mistwalker, Mist Breather project is a bit iffy anyway. So using this card to like set down what you think it should be.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I'm wondering
Otherwise,
if I
you
want
just
to do
want
that.
them to just add a fucking scarcity, like a person.
Yeah.
My finger is itching to put some contempt tokens on the board. So like, you go for it.
I feel like seeing as we've just found out this whole thing about our heritage as previous mist breathers, I feel like that narratively could radically change the way we're thinking about approaching them. So I feel like that one makes a lot of sense. I'm just trying to decide how I feel that would go. I think, as far as we know, like, the plan is still to capture someone, and I think maybe that's what changes. I think it's something like Okay, no, I think what happens is that whoever had been sent out to capture a leader of the Mist Breathers, on like not that far into that sort of journey, that mission, basically the leader comes to them. But rather than that just being the end of things, I think the leader comes to them and says, like, you need to come with me. I'm going to take you to somewhere that will like show you who we are. I want you to understand us, so I'm gonna take you and show you, the truth of our culture. I think that's what happens. So there's still the 2 weeks, but the 2 weeks are going to be, them journeying to see whatever it is that the leader wants them to see, rather than, seeking someone out and capturing them.
Cool.
So the project is now like learn about the culture of the Mist Breathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I am discarding a contempt token
Yay.
because that was
Awesome.
very beautiful and selfless and good for
Excellent.
the community.
And then for my action,
I took that token. Where's the token? Put it back.
Oh right, sorry Todd. Yeah,
um,
take that one again. I'm done with it.
for my action, just trying to have a look at the map a little bit, real quick. I think. Did we send someone to? Have we sent anyone to go to the bird graveyard, or do we just know about it?
Not
Did
yet.
we send?
We just know about it.
Hmm.
It was I made a discovery and
Yeah, you made
established
a
that it existed.
discovery. That's right. Okay, I think I'd like to hold a discussion. And it's going to be a little bit tricky because we've got to remember what we discussed about this last time. But I'd like to hold a discussion.
Do you want to pose a question or a statement?
I think I'd like to I'd like to make a statement.
Ooh.
A journey to the bird graveyard will tell us ugly truths about ourselves, but we must face them.
What truth from the souls and totems of our ancestors could be ugly?
Past holds no answers for us. We should look to the future.
I think my contribution is that there is like one of the people that went and met the Kappa, like I heard that the Kappa can restore the dead to life. And then like yeah, it's just this quiet thing, because like last time anyone talked about doing deals with the Kappa, someone got their head fucking chopped off. But is that your doorbell?
Yes, that is my doorbell. I will be back in just a few minutes.
All right, give us a sec. Yeah, cool. It is Luke's turn to draw a card, so we'll just wait for a minute. Cool.
How's chat doing?
Yeah, how are you
How's it
doing?
going?
Is the sound better this time? I mean, apart from Red being sassy.
Okay. And am I like not too loud? Like I know
No, you're not
last
doing
time I
the
was...
adjusty thing anymore, which is good.
Okay, good. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I think I
because we
did
fixed
fix
that last time.
Yeah,
cool.
that's right.
All right, Luke, welcome back. You have both both a delicious dinner and the opportunity to draw a card.
Yes, my wonderful housemate picked up the takeaway for me. So
Awesome.
I am going to draw a card. Autumn. Hoo hoo hoo. I have the 8 of clubs. And my options are as follows. Someone sabotages a project and the project fails as a result. Who did this? Why? Or someone is caught trying to sabotage the efforts of the community. How does the community respond?
I love this because the only 2 projects available to you would tick down to success immediately after this card resolves.
Yep. Let me see. Oh, which is going to be messier? Well, I'm in impartial troublemaking mode, not in community advocate mode. Fuck it. Okay. I think. Okay. The council fails. It's sabotaged. It's sabotaged by the people who were closest to Wuxia-an, so the laborers, we said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they do it in the name of the Priestess of War.
Yes.
The Priestess of War doesn't want unity between peoples.
Yeah,
that is not her
even,
design.
Like, not even the people who aren't that different, right? Like the people in the slums are like kind of like us even, but like
yeah.
But
nah.
like even them, no.
It's too fucking similar.
I'm discarding temp token.
And and to kind of like to keep with this militaristic kind of fervor that seems to be sweeping the community, I'm going to start a project. And my project is that a war party is being formed using our firearms to go and hunt the child snatcher.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
How long do we think that's going to take?
I would say 3 weeks.
I'd say 4.
Or to form the party, or to actually
to go and do it.
To go and do
like
it.
the whole mission.
4.
Yeah.
Cool. 4? All right, cool. I will add that. I'll do a little drawing on the map.
Cool.
Draw a sense of doom above the kids.
Yeah, just like a black cloud over his head.
Sorry.
Emily, did you put a mark next to the bird graveyard to say that we had a discussion about it? We put a little
No, I
dot
did
when we
not.
have a discussion.
Yep. Cool. I will put it.
Mean or a gun.
All right. That makes it Todd's turn. Yeah.
Draw one card. Okay. So I drew the King of Clubs. A natural disaster strikes the area. Choose one. You focus on getting everyone to safety. Remove an abundance and a project fails. Or you focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result.
Oh. Is that remove an abundance and a project fails for the
Yep.
first one?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think what happens is these rabble-rousing firebrands that we have in our community, when a landslide from one of the nearby mountains comes crashing towards the village, they make sure to get everyone from the original village to safety, leaving most of the shanty town behind. So most of those refugees are gone.
Wow. Golly.
That's so sad. I think I'm going to take a contempt token.
It's funny 'cause
Token or a sad token?
I need a sadness token, but you know.
It's funny because the line that I'm going to write is "Rocks fall, people die."
Yeah. It's true. It's exactly
and
what happened.
I think what do I want to do? It is hold a discussion, start a project, or discover something new.
Mhm.
I think we discover something new.
Just before that, Todd, sorry.
Yes.
Emily needs to resolve her project.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
I do. So this is the one that went radically different?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So let me just check again, look at the map. I want to see what we've got. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm having a thought. I'm just gotta get the thought formed in my mind.
A little shimmy.
Little shimmy, little thought shimmy. Yep. Mm, yeah, okay, so the people who went to capture a leader of the Mist Breathers, instead, I think, this person comes to meet them, who explains that they are the authority, the sort of lead elder, and they take this group of townspeople on a journey to show them something that they say is an important part about why the Mist Breathers are who they are and live where they are. And I think they take them to an area of the Ring of Mountains where there is where there is a kind of natural formation. So like a sort of a big kind of weirdly shaped outcropping that sticks out of one of the mountains. And they show them this and they explain how it is called the Bear's Maw, and that there is and they give them a warning. They say we do not live on top of the mountains because something sleeps underneath the mountain. This is why we stay down here, and you should too. I think that's how that goes.
Oh,
I think it's like an entrance to a cave.
right. Well,
the thing
you
they
can
show.
mark that on the map, and Todd can let us know what happens with his action.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna hold the discussion, and I think it's gonna be a statement, not a question. I think the statement is, why should we fear what those primitives do? We are stronger than them, smarter than them. We have the priestess of war on our side. They have nothing.
I think there are. I think there are people who are like saying that like the reason that there are no birds here anymore is because they fear whatever is under the mountain, and that enough should be evidence.
I mean, I think definitely there's the voice of the children represented. The children speak up and say, it's what we've dreamt. We know our dreams are true. There is something under the mountain.
I think one of the elders speaks up and says, the scorpion crushed beneath the bull's hoof still has venom in its sting.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess I should probably draw a card. Deal 1 cards to Ashton. Autumn. All right. The 4th of autumn. The strongest among you dies. What caused their death? Or the weakest among you dies. Who's to blame for that?
Everyone's dying.
Cheerful. That was the
Autumn,
4?
huh? Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think one dawn of this week, Xiao An is seen like wandering down to the ruins of the shanty town, and I think it's Obi that like comes back and talks about having seen him standing silhouetted by the dawn sun as he drew his sister's sword and plunged it through himself.
The best part about that is, I don't know whether you were thinking of the strongest or the weakest. Like, I think that's really.
You know,
interesting.
I'm almost tempted. In fact, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give back a contempt token. I think that's gonna make the community stronger.
Are there any current things that need dicking down? Yep.
Yeah, my weird mountain people.
Yep.
Hunting exercise.
Hawkstone? No, it didn't. So it should be on 2 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I want to have a discussion, but I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do is start a fucking project, and you can take contempt tokens if you like. Yeah, a young woman who has a woman who has this month become a woman is sent down the path with a candle that she must keep lit, and she is to take it to the Kappa, and in return for her immortal soul, it is understood that she'll be given power over life and death. That is what we're told will happen. So I'm going to draw a little girl walking down with a candle.
Right.
I vote 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Like it was longer the first time, but that was because they were finding the fucking pool
Yeah.
in the first
Yeah.
place.
I know exactly where to go now.
All right.
It's like like a week there and a week back. Or something.
Yep. Coolios.
Also, that was not a content gain, that was content lost.
All right, Emily, it is your turn.
Okay. Which current projects do we have?
We have Go and Kill the Yeti, and
Go and sell your soul to the Kappa.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early. I don't know if it would have happened this time anyway, but I think the Yeti is found and killed this week. Yep. So I think that happens.
And
Yeah,
I'll take down the girl that.
And I'm pretty sure
more.
you get to narrate that one instead of me
It doesn't-
because you.
It doesn't
Usually,
specifically
no,
say.
if your card
it
says it
finishes early.
happens differently to just normal things, then yeah, you get to say how it ends. Em. What is it
Okay.
about it that causes it to?
Yeah. Why does it become like that? I think the people become kind of desperate, like all of the recent deaths and the landslides, and just it seems like the world is becoming this scary place. That they thought they'd left those times behind, and I think the people become restless and frightened, and hunting down this creature that is stealing their children seems like a simple black and white way to gain control over their world, and so I think they send out like a second group to join the first, and basically devote like more time and energy to capturing the creature. And I think they find it and bring it down and realize that it's just a big animal. And I think there's this sort of strange kind of moment of them all standing on this mountainside with this sort of big dead carcass of an animal, kind of trying to feel like they had wrought control over their environment, but not quite feeling that way.
Wow.
That's some very strong social commentary.
Very
Alright.
Lord of the Flies kind of feeling.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm pretty sure you get an action
yeah, she
still.
gets an action, 'cause I've
Yep.
already
Yes,
picked,
true.
Once again, I have to go deal with my own wild animal.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think I would like to start a project. I would like to start. Okay, yeah. I would like to start a project to find a way to bring some of the mist breathers up to the town. To basically exactly, like
Yeah.
a big project. To like with the aim of boosting our numbers, basically. But yeah, like find some way of bringing them to us.
Yeah. In fact, like I'm wondering if this isn't like maybe a more than 6 week. Like this would
Like a
have to be
multi-
several
arc thing.
Work out a way
projects.
for mist breathers to breathe, not mist.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think we'll go with that. Like the project is find a way
Research.
to allow
Yeah.
find a way to allow the mist breathers to breathe the air.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. 6 weeks. Cool.
Yeah, I agree. 6.
That's my vote anyway. I don't
Yeah,
know how
no,
others
same.
feel.
All right. Luke, would you like to draw a card?
Yes, I would. I'm gonna fuck everything up again.
I think there's not a lot of options to not fuck shit up at this point.
It's autumn. Like this is what happens. This is why it's my favorite season. That was a joke. I have the ace of clubs. The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? Choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure it is perfect, add 3 weeks to the project die, or they drop everything else to work on it, all other projects fail.
Wow.
Yep. All right, so what are my options here? Because we killed the
Killed Mountain Man.
Did we took down the girl traveling to the Kappa?
Yeah, so that one would resolve.
Would resolve this turn.
This turn.
There's this new one of finding a way for the.
So there's 2 currently in play.
I'm so sorry, Em. I'm gonna add 3 weeks to the project, so that's now a 9-week project.
Cool.
I think like it just okay. So I think what happens is the chieftain from before, the elder, like tries to send a message to us through one of his like people. Like I think they spend like a young woman. She's like maybe 14, like lithe runner's build, and I think like she makes it maybe like 10 minutes like run out of the mist before she like is like overwhelmed and like her skin is blue and she's like going into like almost like anaphylactic shock. And it's bad and it's messy and it's like viscerally upsetting to see. And we do save her. We do manage to get her back onto below the mist in time. But everyone in the community is like, holy shit. Like there's not going to be a quick fix. Like we have to take our time. We never want to see another person suffer like that, hear another person make those sounds like they're like drowning on dry land. We never want to see that or hear that ever again.
Yeah.
And so they like fixatedly, like everything has to be like triple checked and perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
In that same week, a young woman returns from the mist, I think it's like the
That
next
she
day,
does.
right? Like another young woman emerges from the mist, but this time she's gaunt. Her skin is pale and hangs from her in an unsettling way. Her eyes are covered by cataracts, but she doesn't seem unable to see, and she answers only direct questions. And many of them she answers with "I cannot say."
Yeah,
But
awesome.
but I think it like no she had the okay. I think she arrives the day before of this week, before the other girl, and the other girl dies, and she like she's they're like, you know, has the couple given you a gift? And she's just like, yes, and like brings this girl back to life.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope as hell.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool. And I am going to make a discovery. I think she brings back with her from the Kappa knowledge of a place. The cradle of the common culture that was once ours and the Mist Breathers. Like, she finds the very first settlement where our original mutual ancestors. She comes back with like knowledge of where that settlement is. And a tale about why it was made taboo and why it was like abandoned. And like
by
what might
people?
by our ancestors and why they like left to go elsewhere. And why, you know, what might lie there, what secrets, what knowledge, what ancient treasures, like, who knows? So I'm gonna draw. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move the ancestor kinship chart. Actually, no, I'm not, because I can't figure out how to do it.
Draw
Alright.
a box.
I'm
over the
gonna
entire
draw.
thing.
I'm gonna draw a town part beyond it.
If you
To
box the
represent
entire
it.
thing, it should move.
No, but because part of it wasn't drawn by Luke.
Yeah, exactly. I can't move Emily's bit. But yeah, so way out beyond it, there's like. Yep. There's no weird ghost town.
Where I want to see. Oh, weird ghost town.
Weird ghost town.
So weird.
Great name from an album.
Weird ghost town. Yeah.
Well, we already have an album name from last time.
Yeah, exactly.
We get more
Yeah,
than-
we got to come up with this. You know, we got to do a follow up. We don't want to be just like a one hit wonder.
All right, Todd, Hawk Toddley. It is. Sorry, that's pretty. It's your turn.
Nice.
I'm bad. I've got a portmanteau problem.
I got the two clubs. Someone returns to the community. Who? Where were they? Or you find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened? So, someone returns to the community. It's Wuja Ann. Where were they? They were dead.
I'm also giving you a contempt token though, because I don't think that's going to be good for the community.
I'm taking a contempt token too.
Yeah, like that's awesome, but it's terrible.
How? Do we know how?
Well, I
Yeah.
think I know how.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
just
I
got
think-
somebody
yeah.
has control of life and death.
Yeah. Yep.
We should never have sent that Wuxia An sympathizer down to sell her soul.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah, she was a laborer's wife.
no, I'm not.
Oh!
I'm not taking contempt. I think zombies are too cool to take a contempt token.
I mean, is she like, does she seem dead, or is it just as though she'd never died?
It's like she's woken up from a slumber.
Golly.
So this is like a Sleeping Beauty type situation, not a Laura Moon type situation.
I was gonna say, right? Like,
Yeah.
Spoilers. No. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm done. Just joking.
No one casts Emily Browning in something for a cameo appearance in one episode. Like, let's be real.
It's true.
all right. Well, golly.
Yeah. Yikes. Oh my gosh.
That ticks down to 8 weeks.
Jesus, so long.
Wow.
I'm
it may
so
never
sorry.
happen. No, it's fine. Don't worry.
And I think I'm gonna start a project. I think we're going to send.
Kill Cheyenne again.
No, this project is going to be an expedition to investigate and report on the bird graveyard.
Cool.
How many weeks do we think? I'm thinking like 4.
Yeah, my question is they just investigating, or are they doing something else with it? Like, because that, like, investigate, report, collect. I don't know, like.
Yeah, like investigate and come back. So
Yep,
maybe
cool.
5.
All right, so I'm happy with 3 or 4.
4, 3,
Yeah, 4. I think 4 is good.
4.
4. Okay. All right. So I know how I'm gonna represent Wuxia Ann coming back.
I mean, you can just put like a spooky little like ghost on her or something. I don't know, because she's still there with a knife. Yes.
And our favorite way of drawing people is just simply.
There's a box with a stick.
Yep.
Well, while you're drawing that and assigning it to number 4, I might just dealio myself a little cardle.
Okay.
That seems highly irregular.
Alright. Oh, it's the 6th of autumn. What does that mean? Introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community, or conflict flares up among community members, and as a result, a project fails. I mean, we all know what I'm going to choose because, like, I can't help it.
I mean, do we?
I mean, like, I'm always going to introduce a dark mystery every time.
Exactly. Yes, this is true. That was my prediction.
1 second, my dog needs to go outside.
I was totally expecting conflict over the return of Wuxia An and for the Miss Breather research to fail.
Yeah.
Because fuck them. Wuxia An's back. It's wartime. But no. You do you. You do you.
No.
Embrace that dark mystery.
I think it's the fact that, like, someone goes out, like, someone is like out at night and it's a full moon and it's clear, and like Wuxia and like walks from like one building to another, like returning home from a public gathering of some kind, and in the moonlight, this person, it's Obi, it's definitely Obi, sees straight through Wuxia and as if she were made of mist. And then I think she just walks through the front door of her home instead of like opening it.
Yeah.
And like people have touched her, right? And like she's picked things up, and but only ever during the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Projects tick down. Only 7 weeks until the thing happens. Until the Miss Breeze's invention is discovered.
I know I bet on only 2 weeks of winter, but now I really hope winter lasts long enough for Emily to finish that project.
Hope it's the very first card and we never get to see it.
That's the game.
Yep.
If only we could complete that project.
I'm gonna make a discovery, which is in the autumn winds. The cables on the bagging machine sing a song that sound like voices. And people, and I think the elders and the children both think that both say that they can hear words coming from these songs, but the elders and the children disagree on what is being sung. That's my turn.
Okay. Right. Draw a card. Okay. Disease spreads through the community. Choose one.
No.
You spend the week quarantining. Yeah. Spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced this week. I mean, I'm not going to choose that. Or nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as a scarcity. Well, of course, we killed the medicine seller. And we haven't, advanced our... We don't still have an abundance of healing things, do we?
Nope. We know how to bring people back from the dead, but that's very different. That's those are two separate things.
You know what? I feel like that is connected to this. I feel like there is I think the young girl who has the power over life and death, I think this week she chooses to bring back a very old man who dies in the community. I think it's someone who is important to her or was important to her. We don't necessarily have strict sort of parent grandfather structures, but someone who is like a grandfather to this
much more complicated.
Yeah. So a very old man who's very important to her dies, and she brings him back, and I think he died of some kind of sickness that then once he is brought back begins to spread in a strange way. So from him, this kind of, this unprecedented illness flows out after she brings him back from death. Health and fertility, we need to add as a scarcity.
I've put them in the scarcities, yeah.
Cool.
I'm also naming the girl who has power over life and death. I'm naming her Akemi.
Cool. Yeah.
As someone who has some medical training, I know exactly on the physical level why that happens. But it's so
Mm,
interesting.
right. Okay. Wow. And then projects tick down. And for my action, um,
So
Oh,
back into 6 weeks.
oh no, what is it?
in Persona 5, the doctor's name is Takemi.
Huh. Right, there you go.
I mean, I called her Akemi because it's a beautiful dawn or sunrise.
Mhm.
Mhm. Wow. All right. I would like to start a project. I think it's probably a very short project and it's a very secret project.
It's gonna
I
fail.
think someone, yeah, probably, whatever. I think someone who, who really doesn't like Wushan.
The elders.
You know, a lot of people, the elders.
The elder that talked the children into killing her the first time, and or the
Yeah.
children.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think it's the children. I think it's Obi. I think this is Obi's idea.
Mm-hmm.
Obi has seen this moonlight appearance of Wushan, and Obi has seen the way that that Akemi looked when she came back from visiting the Kappa, and Obi has seen a pattern. Obi has seen a pattern of the war priestess, and he is going to put a stop to it. He is going to burn the painting.
I'm discarding a contempt because I think that will do nothing but good for the community.
I'm taking one.
Yeah. There you go, Todd. I'll let go of mine and you can just take it.
I already grabbed one immediately when she said something about the pain.
Yeah. Do we think that's yeah?
I think it's a 1 week project.
1 week. Cool.
Like, what could go wrong?
Exactly. What could
Right? Like,
possibly
even
go
if we
wrong?
assume that it's really well guarded and they have to do this and they have to do, like, even then, how can it take longer than a week to burn something that's right there?
Mhm.
If it was, like, off on the edge of the plateau, I could see maybe 2, but nah, it's 1.
Gosh, I really want the next card to be a project goes horribly wrong.
Me too.
The entire village burns down.
I'll do what I can.
I mean, yeah. Do you wanna pull a card, Luke?
Let's see how I can make this fucked up. It'll be something really nice. I'm psychic. The 10 of clubs. Harvest is here and plentiful, add in abundance. Or cold autumn winds drive out your enemies, remove a threatening force from the map and the area.
I like the fact that that's answered for you, Luke, the question of whether or not the cards take numerology into account. The idea that
Yeah.
it might be a nice card.
Yeah, no, tens are always pretty good. So
The tens are always bad, aren't they?
Well, in
Yeah, I thought
tarot,
temps were bad.
at least in tarot, tens are
Yeah.
I think a bad thing. Yeah.
I can't remember. It's
I
been
got 10
way
yesterday,
too
it was a
long
bad
since
time.
it's been way too long since I looked at my minor arcana properly.
I think I think tens are bad because I remember Adam mentioning a couple times the Court of Swords.
Yeah, well, certainly 10 of swords is terrible, but then like
10 of
3/4
wands
of
ain't
this-
great, I'll tell you that.
three-quarters of the swords are not great. So like, all right, let me think. Okay. I am removing a threatening force from the map and from the area. It's Wuxia An. I think a cold autumn wind blows from the west, from the bird graveyard, and it carries with it like a flight, like a massive flock. You know, there's like flocks where there's like millions of starlings or whatever. like one of those of ghost birds, and they sweep through the village and they pick up all of the old ghost birds that already were there, and with them they take the ghost of Wuxia Anne, and then she's just gone.
And this happens in the same week that the thing burns.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
people come back reporting in the graveyard.
Oh, yes. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. So it would be like they got there and. Sorry, I'm not meant to. Yes.
No.
Whoever did
Yeah.
that.
So I'm gonna draw some cold winds going through Wuxia Anne because she gone. Actually, hang on a minute. The card says remove her from the map. I'm just gonna delete her. I think she's fucking gone. Like
properly gone.
That seems to be actually. Sorry, Ash, you're the GM. Could you do that for me?
I'm just gonna move her to like. No, I can't do that. All right. I will delete her. It will take me a minute.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, and then stuff ticks down. So
whose project was the bird graveyard?
I believe that was Todd.
Yes.
Yep. So let's do Todd first and then do the painting.
So they come back reporting that yes, it's a graveyard, but the dead don't slumber there. The bones like still form birds and live as birds would.
Cool. Alright. There is a conflagration.
It's like each of the birds is split in two. Spirit bird, bone bird.
Yeah. There's
No,
a
we should
conflagration.
flesh bird.
Emily?
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah. One night when the moon is dark, I think it's a new moon. Obi waits for the new moon, and then sneaks into the ruin one night, having like probably put like some sleeping herbs into the drink of the guard or something, and lights the painting. And I think Obi does it like completely alone, because he's learned that. I think he's learned that like it's safer to do things on his own. He tries to kind of lead the other children in, ventures, but they always chicken out or tell too many people about it.
Or get eaten by a fucking kid stealer.
Eaten. Yeah. So he's learned no. He's learned the weird Harry Potter lesson. I must always do these things on my own. It's not safe to take any of my friends.
Adults can't help me.
Adults can't help me. Even kids can't help me.
I'm Harry Potter. Adults can't help me.
Exactly. So he sets fire to this painting, and I think as it burns up, a kind of like distant wail of rage and despair rings out across the mountains. And I think that happens. I feel like that happens the day before the birds take.
Yeah.
Cool.
If I could go into contempt debt, I would.
Todd, you've got an action still. Is it? No,
I do
Todd,
have an action.
Luke, sorry, I lost whose turn it was. Yes, you have an action.
I do have an action. And I know what I'm going to do with it. I am starting a project to make Obi into the priest of the bird ancestors.
Cool.
The speaker for the dead.
Cool. Alright.
I
How
find it
long do
interesting
we...
that it's not the girl who has the power of life and death that is being
No,
made
she's corrupt and awful.
yeah.
Like...
I'm taking a contempt token for that.
Just for that line.
Just for that line.
How long? Well, actually, she brought back Wuxia Anne, who was also corrupt and awful. Feel free to take another. How long?
I'm taking that one.
How long do we think? How long do we think this priestly transformation sequence will last? Obi's becoming a magical girl, and it's going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
It's magical girl, but instead of like the like pinks and blues, it's like swirls of like ghost birds and bone birds.
Okay, it's literally Obi is just becoming fucking Oscar Skurlock from the Bloodletters with the fucking bird suit.
So good.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. That's my
Awesome.
contribution to the game.
I
Yeah.
feel
So
like
how
it
long do
might
we
be,
think?
Like, I think it's a 2-week thing because I think that there are like rituals to prepare,
Mm.
but I don't feel like it's a long.
See, I think it's more like 4. I think it requires a whole moon.
Ah. Oh.
Mm.
What do you think, Todd? You're muted.
No.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Hey, okay. I think 3, honestly.
Cool.
I mean, that sounds like a compromise.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. I'm done with 3. Do we have a picture of Obi on the map yet?
Not yet.
I just want to identify.
Obi's not
No.
All
appearing
right. Cool.
yet.
I'm gonna draw Obi.
Um,
Right.
Also, we are roughly at break time. I don't know. if
Yeah,
everyone-
I kind of wanted to break at the end of spring. At the end of
Yep.
autumn.
If we're close to it, then yeah, Yep.
And then the last section might be really short, but we'll include like talking and stuff.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I definitely want to like debrief after and talk
Yeah,
about the game
we're,
a bit.
We're up to
'cause,
10
like,
cards of autumn already, so there's
Cool. Yeah.
only 3
All right.
left.
That's
yeah,
cool.
not a lot. There's not a lot left.
do it.
And the
Yep.
first of those 3 belongs to Todd.
Draw that in. I'm going to draw my card. I got the Jack of Autumn. A project finishes early. Which one? Why? If there are no projects underway, restless creates animosity, and animosity leads to violence. Who gets hurt? We have projects underway.
Do we have more than one project underway or just one?
We have 2 underway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to take this from you.
Do it.
With the arrival of the spirit birds in town, mist has crept up into the village, allowing the mist breathers to be able to inhabit our village.
Cool. Yep. I like it.
Cool.
I like it. Mm.
So that one goes away. What's the other one that we have currently? What other project do we have currently?
Obi's
Obi.
transformation.
Oh,
Obi's
Obi,
transformation.
Unleash
Obi's not
the
drawn yet.
Birdman.
Yeah, cool.
Goth Obi.
Yeah, Obi's goth phase has begun.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Obi's becoming a goth magical girl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A magical goth?
If we,
No, don't make a portmanteau.
I
You
did,
just
it was not bad.
if we're talking within the world of like commuting crows, Girl by Moonlight, Obi is definitely becoming the outsider
Yeah,
or the stranger.
Yeah. Well, can you mark down the progression of that for me, please?
Yeah, I drew mist lines in the village.
Yeah, cool. And what's your action?
My action is to start a project. The laborers are increasingly upset about the founding of a new religion and the destruction of the portrait of the priestess. They intend to assassinate a young boy.
I'm taking a token.
I'm taking a fucking
too.
consent token.
me too.
I'm
Contain
just-
tokens all
How
round.
dare you do this to Oscar Skurlock? I am offended. Also,
I'm
Also-
discarding myself.
I would like to put out there, because I know abundances and scarcities work just kind of like when common sense dictates. I think we should add an abundance of mist.
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now that it's
Yeah.
everywhere through the fucking village,
Yeah.
like I think we've earned that.
Yep.
Legit. Mist and firearms. That's not going to go bad.
Oh, maybe the mist will make the firearms useless. Yes.
No, I think. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it means that you're
Yeah.
more likely to shoot
Well,
someone random instead of
we
being
do-
wanted.
We do know that they worked.
No, like the gunpowder.
Oh, that's right. They could be dampened. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know that they worked before in the mist. It was just hard to find
It's
people.
harder, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Maybe
Where's
this is special mist.
Yeah,
So the
where's
murder
Obi?
of-
Oh, I see. Obi.
of a child. Like, to get away with it cleanly, it's got to be 5 at least, right?
Especially.
No, it depends if that's what they're going for. Are they going for a clean and silent
I think they
death,
just want him to
or-
disappear. He just
Yeah,
disappeared.
like it, because I think it's a combination of the fact that, like, one, Obi is a child, and people keep an eye on children. Two, Obi is like, the fact that Obi has a name unlike most of our community suggests, at least to me, Obi is fairly well known in the community, which adds another complication. And then on top of that, the ghost birds probably will not be super chill with this, and so, like, I think it's not so much a case of, like, it takes them 5 weeks to kill a child. It takes them 5 weeks to engineer a way to kill a child that doesn't end with them also
It's 5 weeks
dead
of Shadowrun
on trial. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
4 weeks and 6 days of planning and 1 day of execution. Like, it was fun. It was not intentional, but there was one.
All right. So we have a project.
I'm proud of me.
Glad someone is. Sorry. All right. Dealing Ashton 1 card. And that card is.
Also, Ash, I can't help but feel that your makeup today just kind of makes it look like you've been really accurately shot in the head.
I mean, the point was to make it more creepy than last week's. So if that,
Yeah, you've succeeded. Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time I look at
escalation.
you, I'm just like, oh god, oh, that's right. Okay.
Escalation.
Yeah,
It
you're
looks
not
more to me like
actually bleeding from your head.
Yeah.
it looks less like a bullet wound to me, and more like there's some kind of ritual, like, piercing has been, like,
Yeah.
a ritual wound has been made, and it's, like, bled down.
that's acceptable to me.
Yeah.
This
is how we prepare sacrifices for the Frost Shepherds.
The parish arrives. Who
Don't
are
speak
they?
their
Why have
name.
they chosen your community? And for what? Or a small gang of marauders is making its way through the local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry?
We don't like them.
The parish arrives. A group of charcoal-clad Dow figures arrive in town because they have heard that one of the spirit of the birds is descending. They have come from many places afar, called by the sacred spirit of the birds. So that's cool. Like they
Fred's
definitely
calling
have
you out
masks, right?
that
Like they've got to have
Asher,
weird masks, weird bird masks,
Actually, well,
The
no.
Oscar's
but I don't think-
weirdos.
or like some kind of like collar or something.
Look, Oscar Sherlock needs his masked widows.
His name's Obi.
His new name is Oscar. It's his goth name.
I mean, if you look down names, someone wrote aka Oscar Sherlock. I don't know who.
Okay.
Who could that have been, Todd?
My.
It was a ghost, obviously.
Yeah. It was Cricket.
And the discussion. I think I'm going to have a discussion. I'm going to start it with I think the question is, should Obi send Akemi to give us the gift of live birds?
Ooh.
Should she travel to the graveyard and
Um. I feel like the children. Yeah, I feel like the children say no. You know, we don't want this and we don't need it. And I think the children who say it most loudly are the children who haven't maybe haven't even lived long enough for there to have to remember like when there were many birds, when there were real birds.
They just know the blue birds at the start.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, they only. Yeah, I think the only birds that they like, the only real birds they've seen are the bad omen birds. So,
The Dooman.
bad omen. So I think they say no. Birds are bad omens. We don't want more of them. The death birds are good. The live birds, they're a bad sign.
I think one of the ghost birds flutters into the room and croaks something in the ear of one of the elders, and no one can make out what it says, but it's very clearly, distinctly, it's Obi's voice coming from the ghost bird to whisper in the elder's ear, and then the elder repeats the words for the rest of the congregation and says, "Nothing is beyond the power of the ancestors and the ghost birds. If they wished life, they would have it. They would not need a Kappa and his false sorcery."
You simply wish to be rid of our priestess that governs our lives and deaths. This new boy is nothing but a false prophet. You've turned your backs on the true beliefs of our village.
I think someone asks her a direct question. Asks her this direct question, and she says, "But I would like to go. I miss their songs. The songs of these ones are not the same." And that's the end of my turn. And there should be one card left, I think. Why am
I think Emma's about to close off.
Will I let you
Autumn.
Close off Autumn.
Is that right? Okay. Cool.
We'll have to double check because I remember last time we were missing cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, ran out of cards in deck before drawing all cards.
Okay. Let's do a quick head count of cards then.
We've got 12.
Yeah.
There should be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There should be 13 in a deck, shouldn't there?
Yeah, so we're missing one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyone
who's
have
got?
the ace?
Nope.
Well, there's one that hasn't been drawn yet.
I know,
anyone
we're
has
trying
it?
to figure out which one.
Yeah.
Ace of clubs. Raise your hand if you've got it.
I think.
You've got it. Cool.
That's
Got-
it then.
I've got the two.
You've got the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's got the three? No one. The three is the missing one. All right, Emily. I will read aloud your card to you.
It looks like there's still one in the deck to me, Ash.
Right.
Yeah, it ran out of cards in deck before drawing all cards. It won't let you draw anything.
Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't checked. I hadn't clicked on it yet.
Yeah.
It's just showing us the back of the deck.
Yeah. All right. So the three of clubs is the one that we need. Someone leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. Who? What is the warning? Or someone issues a dire warning and the community leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? Start a contentious project that relates to it.
So the someone leaving is only for the first option, and then
Yeah,
the
that's
second
the first
option
one.
is separate.
Yeah.
So someone leaves, and
So
makes
someone issues a dire warning, and either they leave or the community leaps into action to
a
start
contentious project. Yeah. Okay. Um, I think yeah, I think one of the people who went down to meet the elder of the mist breathers issues a dire warning. I think it's one of the most quiet members of the community. It's like this like middle-aged man who hardly ever speaks, and I think since he came back from that mission, he's been like even more quiet than usual, just really out of sorts. Like he's holding onto something, and eventually, with all of this talk of like spirits and ghosts and things, he comes forth and says to the elders. He like calls a gathering and says to the elders, the fact that the mist has come is not a good sign. We do not want them here. They're not what they seem to be, and I'm going to go and prove it. And he leaves to go to. I think he leaves to go to the ruined town
Right.
to the north.
But you're not starting a project for that.
True.
Unless
You're
you
right.
make
Yes,
it actionable.
I'm getting mixed up.
Before you do your action, take down off the list.
What's that? Oh yeah, tick down things. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
could
thinking
start
down,
a
yeah. The only projects are relating to OB, aren't they?
Actually, yeah, maybe. I feel like actually the thing that I described there is more like that second option. Like
Okay.
he issues a dire warning and starts a contentious project.
All right.
I
Does
think
that
that's
include
what's
he
happening.
takes like some people along with him?
Yeah, because I think he intends to come back, so he's not really leaving. He's going to go and prove something.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So how long do we think your contentious project is going to take? I think 4 weeks.
Yeah, I feel like it'll take him a while to get there.
I think 4 weeks.
Yep.
4 or 5.
Luke?
What do you reckon, Luke?
You're muted.
To get to that village and back, or that ruin and back.
It's a fair way. And it's an relatively unknown way.
I'm saying you're saying 6. Let's go with 5.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Sounds fair. We'll meet in the middle.
Emily, do you want to please make a mark of that upon our map?
And then I think yeah, I'll make a mark of it, and then I've got to do an action. I don't know what this mark is going to be. I'm just going to put an arrow. There we go. Someone's going there. I would like to. Gosh, there's so many things on the map now, huh?
Yeah.
Been almost a whole year.
It's been 9 months. You could have a baby in that time.
I can't wait to see how they've all developed come next spring. They don't know. None of those poor villages.
They don't know.
They don't know that Ash is coming to get them. With the mighty GM powers. Oh, speaking of, it's such a shame that I'm wearing a jumper. I wore my +20 shirt of smiting to work today.
Awesome. I mean, the reason that I'm do the for this game I've done the Oracle of the Frost Shepherd's makeup is specifically because it's the closest thing I get to having the opportunity to kill everyone.
So question, on the hillside over there, there is or the mountainside, there's a collection of little red things.
Oh, those are the trees that indicated
That's
a lack of carpentry.
That was right at the start, wasn't it?
That was one of our scarcities.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
And then we created tools to get rid of that scarcity, but it wasn't
Yeah.
abundance.
Yeah. What are our current
Scarcities
abundances?
are birds, safety, health,
Safety,
and fertility.
health, and fertility.
And our abundances are firearms and mist.
Weird.
I think honestly, our scarcity is live birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Actually, we didn't say live birds. It feels like we now have an
abundance of birds.
At least not
Yeah.
a scarcity anymore.
Yeah. True.
I would say we have an abundance of ghost birds.
Let's
I
do
think
abundance of
like
ghost birds.
there's a lot of them.
I'm just gonna say
Okay, I'd like to
spooky
hold
They're
it.
flocking everywhere.
Yeah.
Because there's ghost birds and there's
Bone birds as
bone
well.
birds,
Yeah.
so I'm just calling them spooky birds.
Spooky birds.
Spoopy birds.
So I think I'd like to hold a discussion for my action.
Cool.
Lily birds.
I would like to hold a discussion, and I'd like to ask a question. And the question is, this spreading disease is not slowing. How are we going to cure it? How are we going to find a cure?
The disease followed the old man back into life from death. We must send him back there, and the witch along with him. And I think that's one of the elders.
So, one of the laborers who's taken to painting his face, similar to how the priestess's face was painted, speaks up and says, "You have abandoned the priestess. Under her protection, we had no illness. Since we've turned our back on her, many of misfortune has befallen us."
I think sorry, can you just repeat the question, Emily? How do we
Yeah, the disease is still spreading. How are we going to find a cure?
I think the response to that from the girl is that there are more important things to deal with. Those who die of the disease do not die for long.
Wow.
That's like some invasion of the body snatchers level shit right there.
Yeah. And then I finish with something, don't I? If it's the question.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody speaks up and says, many months ago, we heard that the mist would provide cures. Surely the mist readers will know. We must bring them here. They can help us.
I'm taking them.
Taking a contempt?
I'm taking a fucking contempt.
Goddamn right I am.
Well,
I can't believe that the creepy witch girl is replacing everyone in the village with zombie versions of themselves.
I know,
That's
right?
messed up. She probably brought this fucking disease back on purpose. This is all her plan.
Well,
I think I might start a project when it's my turn.
I mean, it's going to be your turn in winter.
It's going to be my turn very soon.
when
Yeah.
We come back from a break to make some fucking cups of tea and shit. Alright. Chat, we will be back shortly. Refreshed and warmed by delicious tea and or hot chocolate. Whee!